Hey besties, I'm Caroline and today I'm going to be speedrunning making the most delicious chocolate crunch cookies you will ever know on the face of the planet. To make these chocolate crunch cookies, you are going to need 200 grams of softened butter, a half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla essence, 1 1/4 cup of flour, a 1/4 cup of cocoa, and 1 1/2 cups of cornflakes. I've just gone and I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, which is step 1, and now we're going to start with the actual baking portion. So, we're going to start by adding in our butter, sugar, and vanilla essence. So we're just gonna scoop in this butter. Does not want to come out. And I pre-softened it in the microwave. And I'm trying to get out as much of this as I can. It really doesn't want to leave though. I'll just pop that there. And then the sugar, which I'm just going to dust on top of the butter. And then we're going to grab the vanilla. I mean, you can kind of eyeball the amount of vanilla you put in, but I want to be extra and put on exactly a teaspoon. There we are. Oh, and just a little reminder to use caster sugar for this, because it needs to be super fine. So now we're just going to start beating this. Make sure to have a firm grip of your bowl when you start mixing. I'm going to start it on a low heat to make sure that it all mixes properly, and we're going to slowly start building it up. I'm just going to quickly turn this off because I feel like you guys can't hear me over this loud hand mixer, but you need to make sure you beat it until it's light and fluffy. It should almost be the same color as your sugar when you mixed it in. So it's going from yellow to white. Okay, that is like as light and fluffy as it gets. So I'm just going to pop out these and just to get as much out as we can, give them some little taps. And then let's just put them in here, do you think? Yeah, it'll be fine. And then now we are going to sift in the cocoa and flour mix into this butter, sugar, and vanilla mix. So I'll do that and just hold it over while I put it in. Sifting is honestly like one of my favorite things like ever to do in the baking process. It's just one of the most satisfying moments. And it just looks like it's snowing, and it doesn't snow in Auckland, so I never get to have snow unless I literally travel in the winter to get snow. Honestly, I really wish it did snow in Auckland. I think it would be really fun. But then it would be colder, and I do quite like it being warm. So I don't know. I like it cold and I like it warm at the same time. Okay, that looks good. This surrounding table does not, but you know. So I'm just gonna mix it with just the spatula. I was gonna use the spoon, but then I remember I actually have to use that for a step of the process. And I'm just gonna fold it in. Fold it until it's all nice and combined. So this could actually take a while because it's a lot of flour and cocoa to put into this. But I'll keep mixing. This smells insanely delicious. Like, I cannot deal with how good this is smelling. Cocoa is one of my favorite smells, and it's so satisfying. So, this looks well enough mixed, so I think it's time we can add in our cornflakes. So I'm just gonna quickly pop that to the side for just a hot second while I like doing this thing because I don't like them like being super like chunky and big in my cookies, so I just crush them a little bit in the bowl, not too much, but look at that ASMR. And obviously, just stating the absolute obvious, I did wash my hands before I started baking, so it's not like there's any bacteria on my hands while I'm doing this. It's very important, especially right now, that you wash your hands while you're baking, before you bake. Oh, that's so satisfying. And then I'm just gonna keep mixing. It's so funny looking because it's like this like brownish, like teddy bear almost mixture, colored mixture. And then there's like these orange chunks in it. Oh, this is, So obviously it's the holidays right now, the school holidays. So what are you guys doing? Are you excited? If you're from like America or England, because I know actually there's a larger portion of my viewers that are not from New Zealand than that are. So like, is it winter or summer? First thing, and then like what's like your big time filler thing? Like, what do you do in your free time? Because obviously when it's winter you can't really go outside, but maybe you're going skiing. So you know, tell me. I'm gonna do a lot of baking, so you know. Okay, this looks incredible. It smells incredible, and it's pretty well mixed. It is very like, it looks very dry, but it's like the perfect type of consistency and texture. So I think I can just like go in and start scooping them, yeah? What do we think? So I've scooped everything all out and everything, but I'm pressing down a little bit with a fork to make it look a bit cooler and all that. So I'm just doing that really quick. You don't even need to press all that hard. And like honestly, for some reason these look so fancy to me. Okay, I'm not the best at the fork pressing down business, so maybe it's not my calling, but you know. It still looks really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting this in the oven, and then I might actually have to fill up a second tray, but I'll do that off camera to spare you guys the boring process of filling up a tray. So while the cookies are baking in the oven, I'm just gonna quickly mix up the icing in the bowl I currently have. I've got in some cocoa powder and some butter and some icing sugar. So I'm just gonna put in the boiled water and mix it a bit. So I'm gonna start with a little bit. Just the absolute littlest bit, and I'm just gonna mix it. And there we go. Put in some more. So it is going down the thing. I was like, nothing is coming out, and it actually was. Okay, so this is looking very promising. This is actually like so satisfying. Okay, so I'm gonna put in a little bit more. Kaya has joined us in the kitchen, so if she barks, that'll be because she wants to go outside. While I'm just mixing this up. Again, it's looking very promising. And this is like almost like right. Like, I would say that as long as we can get out these little lumps of the butter, then we are all good to go. And yeah, it looks all good, all mixed. Perfect. So that is our finished mix. I can't like fully tilt it because it is liquidy enough that it will just run out of the bowl. But there you are. It looks very good. I'm excited to put it on the cookies. That's like one of my favorite parts about making these chocolate crunch cookies. So yeah, I will wait for the cookies to cook and cool before we reconvene. So the cookies have come out of the oven and they are cool enough to now start icing them. But before we actually start icing, this is a complete different color of icing than what I actually made with you guys. Now, Mum thought that it would kind of taste a bit bland, a bit flavorless, because there wasn't much cocoa in it. So she was like, oh, let me just add in just the tiniest bit more. And I said to her, be very careful. She puts in a lot. So then it's just so much that she has to like put in more icing sugar, more water, more butter, everything. So all the ingredients are still here, including the butter, which has now made its way over here. And there's also now a spoon here because of the butter. But it's all good. We're going to start icing, you know. We're just going to live our best life with this new icing. So I'm trying to get some off without putting on a lot. But I also don't want to like scoop it all off. So this might take a while. Okay, we're almost at the finish end. And also, just a little note or thing to remember, if you're doing these for like a party of some kind, or just if you want to make them a little bit more fun, and you, I don't know, like nuts, or you like adding sprinkles to things, but you know, you can put on some little stuff to kind of decorate it. Even if you really wanted to, you could put on a single cornflake, or you could put on a pecan or a walnut. Just this so many options. It's insane. But I'm leaving them simple because I like chocolate with little cornflakes to add some crunch and more chocolate. I'm just like a double chocolate kind of gal. So these are the wonderful cookies. They smell delicious. I need to eat them now. So yeah, that's just a little closer look at it. I'm holding it up a little bit, trying to make them not fall. So if it's a little wobbly, then that would be why. But there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload a video. Share this video with all of your friends and all of your family, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!